and needs to be some people volunteering and supporting our VA hospitals. Anything that you can do, get involved. Need some volunteers, new members.
Well, I would suggest check us out in the area.
Check us out.
Check us out. They all know us. We've been to every home. We've touched every family in our county. We did do most of Owsley County, and we helped a lot with Clay County and any place we need to go.
Right, right.
We can do that.
And now when you're out in the public and you're talking to different people, what are your primarily goals? What do you want to do?
Well, most of the time they want to know about this issue or that issue, what they can do, their dad can do, or they know someone that's been there and don't know what to do about their problem.
Right.
They're looking to get some kind of direction. Well, we point them in the right direction to get the help they
Exactly,
need.
exactly. And you being a chaplain, you can point them in the spiritual direction too.
I always do.
All right.
I always do. And we try to dress in a uniform code. We want to look the best we can.
Right.
And we want to represent our country, and we still do. Our club, and every club that does a funeral, we fill out the papers.
Right.
And this has been asked of us a lot. What can we do? Get a bronze marker. You check with your chapter, if you've got a chapter. If not, you can get information from ours. My wife's uncle was a World War I veteran, World War II veteran.
Yeah.
And we filed a claim and got his bronze marker in a short time. So if your dad or granddad never did get his, and you're interested in doing this, you get your discharge out.
Very good.
And you go to the chapter and talk to them about it.
Mm-hmm. And you know, as we was talking, this Friday is Veterans Day.
Yeah.
So any plans for the chapter?
Well, now Friday we'll meet at the courthouse in McKee, and the first thing we'll do, we'll lay a new wreath at the monument.
Right.
And then we'll change the flag that flies over our county courthouse. And then we'll work with the ROTC there. And then we go to the vocational school, and we'll have a program there. And I think they also will have a dinner for us.
Very good.
And if anyone wanted to give a donation there, all they have to do is see me or one of the men there of our group, and we'd be glad to give them a receipt for their donation.
Very good, very good. You know, I can't, my mind, every time I look at these flags that's here in the studio, such a pride, such an honor, you know, to serve our country and to, you know, protect and serve the weaker ones. Oh, I commend your work. And
Jonathan, when we fold that flag, you can see those red stripes there and the white stripes.
Right.
That flag is folded, and it's got 13 different folds.
Okay.
And we're not allowed to let any of the red bleed out. When that's folded up and we hand it to the one that receives the flag, it's done with honor.
Honor.
And we tell them that we represent the country that's grateful for their sacrifice.
Right.
And we do.
And if you notice that flag over there, here in our studio, you can't see this, but we got a flag on the wall that has each and every name of the tragedy that happened on 9/11. You know, and the veterans was there, the Army was there, the Air Force was all there. You know, at a moment's call, you're there.
Yeah.
Don't take it for granted. Get behind them, support them.
Most every veteran that's got a son or a grandson, they want to follow in the footsteps of grandfather or their father, and it goes on that way. Back when I joined up, my service number was RA, started with RA. That means you're a volunteer.
Right.
And if you were drafted, it was US before that.
Right.
But you couldn't tell one from the other. They were all comrades.
Exactly.
All brothers, sisters.
And you know, I've heard different ones. You know, my uncles was in the Army. I had an uncle in the Navy. Both my grandparents was at Pearl Harbor. One was at Pearl Harbor, one was at Germany. And they was telling me down through the years that they had a decree. They would not leave a wounded man on the battlefield.
Well, they took care of each other, and that's the way it was meant to be. And I think that it would be good for Americans, families, to start taking care of each other.
Right.
Not just service people.
That was my next point.
Yeah.
We need to be just like that. Don't leave somebody wounded laying on the battlefield. Let's go out and reach out to them.
When the Lord and Savior was going down by the Sea of Galilee,
yes,
he found Peter mending his nets,
right,
so forth and so on. But the same translation for mending the nets, if you look at a different translation, you'll find also mending the saints is what we need to do.
Exactly.
And the people of America is going through a struggle right now, and our country
right
is in trouble.
Yes.